Hey, welcome back to Our Family B. I'm Brigitte, and today we're getting real and talking about the things I no longer buy. I want to try to minimize and simplify my life, so these are things that I found I either one, just don't use and found a better alternative for, or two, I found a cheaper option. So without further ado, let's dive into it. Okay, but before we do, if you're new around here, we are a family of 4 whose names I'll start with B. We're on a mission to inspire each other to love well, live wisely, and be better together. We do videos on grocery hauls and meal planning and budgeting and marriage and everything that goes into growing a healthy family. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I know that about 70% of you that regularly watch aren't subscribed. We have a goal to reach 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. We're at about a little over 4,000 right now. So I know that if you guys just hit the button and click the notification bell up to all so you don't miss everything, then we would reach that goal in no time. We're all about community here, and we genuinely are interested in you. That's why we're doing this, just to get to know you. So go ahead and comment down below, say, I'm so-and-so from so-and-so, and these are the videos that I like to watch. We want to give you what you want, and so we want to know what videos are your favorites. Go ahead and comment down below and let us know. Okay, ready to save some money? Here are the things I no longer buy. The first thing that I don't buy is soda. We buy sparkling water in bulk because we're obsessed, and there's no sweeteners, no added sugars. There's nothing bad for you in here. It's literally just carbonation and water. So when we want something bubbly, instead of getting a soda, we just get this. If you want it sweet, you can add stevia drops to it, so it'll give you that sweetness, but without the artificial like bad sugar. Or you can add the electrolyte powder that we use. I'm gonna link it down below for you. It adds a lot of flavor. It adds a little bit of sweetness too, and it's healthy for you because it has electrolytes and minerals in it. The second thing that we don't buy is bottled water. I don't even have one to show you because we just don't buy it. But what we do have instead is the Berkey. So even though we had to pay upfront for this, the cost over time, and a very short amount of time, mind you, it pays for itself. So we have clean drinking water. We could literally take rainwater or water from a stream, which we don't have near us, and put it in here. It would filter it out. It filters out. I'm gonna do a list right here on the screen for you. All of these things, so we don't have to worry about it. The Berkey comes with 2 filters, which I don't know, can you see in here? These filters will last for 3,000 gallons of filtration, which will last, you know, an average family of 4 years to go through. You know, if you put 2 gallons in here a day, which is about what we do, it will last a long time. And in that time, you will have well surpassed the amount of bottled water you would have bought, and the cost savings is gonna be amazing. So we're gonna link it down below. We thought about it for a long time. We finally just got one. I will never look back. This is another thing I just don't have to show you. Yeah, that. We don't buy sponges anymore. Years ago, I switched over to rags. Every day I take out a new one of these and I just throw this in the wash. This has been one of Brandon's favorite things that I've changed in our kitchen to make it more clean. We don't have to worry about those grimy, smelly sponges, even if you put them in the dishwasher or the microwave to clean them. I mean, really, how clean does it get? I feel like putting it through some hot water in the washing machine cleans it way better. And it saves us so much money because we just continually reuse these. Seriously guys, just cut up an old bath towel, which is what this is. And if you can, sew a little hem around it. For a long time, I didn't have a hem and it would fray, and I just cut them off every now and then, but it saves us so much money. I encourage you, just go find an old bath towel and do it yourself. You won't regret it. Number 4 on our list of things that we no longer buy is paper napkins. We simply use cloth napkins, and it's not because we're bougie, it's just so much cheaper. Years ago, we just got some cloths from the thrift store, and we use those. After every night, we just throw them in the wash with the reusable rags instead of sponges. And hey, we have more the next day. I mean, usually I do it every few days, like I don't need to do it every day. I mean, we have a whole bin. They're so easy to collect. They're not expensive. You could even use old flannel or old rags. Like, it's really not a big deal. Our kids don't even know that a lot of households use paper napkins, and that's the norm. They just have always used cloth napkins. Number 5 on our list of things that we no longer buy is a bunch of cleaning sprays. I have 2. I have this one, which is for non-granite surfaces, so basically everything that's not in our kitchen. This is just vinegar and water, half and half, and I have a little bit of essential oil in there. And this one is for the counters in our kitchen because they are granite and you don't want to use vinegar on your granite. So it has rubbing alcohol and water and essential oil. Only having two really simplifies cleaning in the house because I can just take one of these into any room and clean every surface. It's so much cheaper and I'm not having to run to the store because I ran out of Windex. I just use the vinegar and water on every mirror or window. This does not leave smears on the mirror or windows. They both disinfect whatever surface they're cleaning, and you will save so much money. I mean, it's not even full vinegar or full rubbing alcohol. It's half and half, and it works great. I would average that we spend less than $10 a year on cleaning products. That's like 2 bottles of some kind of regular surface or disinfectant spray at the store. And when I want to clean the floors, all I do is spray a little bit of this on or just dump vinegar on a rag and scoot it around on my floor, and that's fine. The 6th thing that we no longer buy is dryer sheets. Instead, we use these wool dryer balls. I have a bunch in the dryer. These will help to prevent static and they will actually help your load to dry faster, which will save you money in your electricity bill. I have loved using these. I mean, when I take out the load, I just throw these all back in and they're ready for the next use. These have lasted us about 8 or 9 years and I just honestly don't see them breaking apart anytime soon. These are all natural wool, so you don't have to worry about toxins or chemicals or oils from the dryer sheets getting onto your clothes. These will help your clothes to last longer because you're not coating them in all the stuff that's on dryer sheet. I'm gonna link them down below in our Amazon shop. Go check them out. You will not regret getting these. The 7th thing that we don't buy is fabric softener. Instead, I use straight up vinegar. It's cheap, it works just as well, and no, it doesn't make your clothes or washers smell like vinegar because no one likes vinegar smell, but it works great to help soften your clothes. This will save you so much money. We spend about $1 to $1.50 every month on the fabric softener, which is the vinegar, and it's going to simplify your list when you have to go to the store because you're already going to buy this for your surface cleaners, which we just talked about. So it's going to simplify everything, and who doesn't want to simplify and minimize their life to feel better and less stressed? So vinegar for fabric softener. We don't buy the other stuff. Just get the vinegar. Hey guys! The next thing that we no longer buy is chapstick. But you're asking, Brigitte, what's that in your hand? It's chapstick. Well, I didn't buy this. I made it. And I make it in bulk so that it saves us money. Here's my bag. This is a lot of tubes. I usually make about 15 at a time, and it takes me a while to go through them. I actually end up giving a lot away because I just like to bless people with it. But this is all natural, doesn't have anything artificial or chemical, and I find that this chapstick is actually the best out there. And I'm not saying that because I made it, but sometimes when I try other chapsticks, it still makes my lips dry, even after continually putting it on and on over and over. When I use this, it does not dry it out at all. It doesn't give that caked appearance. It's the best, and I love it. I'll leave the recipe down below if you're interested in trying it. It's awesome. The next thing that I no longer buy is high-end or experimental cosmetics. So I have found things that work for me: a simple BB cream, a homemade powder, and a couple of other things that they work, and that's all I use. I don't feel the need to spend money on trying things that then I realize, oh man, I don't really like this, or it doesn't work with my face, or it's the wrong color. Choose what works for you and stick with it. It will simplify your makeup and your routine, and it will save you money.
I don't have a makeup routine.
Ladies, it will simplify your makeup routine. The 10th thing that I no longer spend money on is highlights. I'm gonna insert a picture, but this is what my hair looks like now. This is what it looked like before. I was very blonde. Now, I decided to go au naturel because one time when I started having kids, I just couldn't get to the salon to do it. And when I tried to do it myself when I was younger, it was a disaster. Horror stories. I learned a lesson from that experience. Don't try to highlight your hair yourself. So when I decided I wasn't going to do it anymore, I saved time and money because I didn't have to go sit in the salon for like 4 hours, and I wasn't spending the $70 to $100 to do it. Embrace the real you. The next thing that I no longer buy is deodorant. I just make my own. This is what it looks like. Doesn't fall out. This saves so much money. All it is a couple of simple ingredients that you probably already have at your house. I apply just a dime size every morning. I do not smell, I do not stink. Believe me, if you're wary about trying it, give it a try. It is so easy to do, so easy to make, so easy to apply, no toxins, no extra money. I have a video about how to make it and I'm gonna link it down below. And in that video, I'm also gonna show you how to make your own face wash, which is the next thing that we're gonna talk about that I no longer buy, is all these fancy face washes. I just use a simple oil face wash. You might think, oil to wash your face? Yes, here's why. When you strip the oils from your face with a lot of these commercial face washes, you're signaling to your body that you don't have any oil on your face anymore, and it will overproduce oil to try to compensate. So by washing your face with an oil face wash, you tell your body, nope, we're good, we're saturated, we don't need to overproduce oil, and your body will begin to balance itself out. I used to have to use those like oil blotter face things. I'm gonna put a picture here. And my face would be so oily and I would keep taking the oil off, but it would keep producing it. So when I switched to using this, which is super easy to make, a couple of simple ingredients also, my face started balancing it out and I no longer overproduce oil and I no longer have to use those things, which is another thing you don't have to spend money on if you switch to this. So I highly encourage you to just try it out. If you don't like it, switch back. But this saves us so much money. So go check out that video below. And after you do that, I'm gonna show you another way to save money. I don't buy specific lotions for day or night. I just buy one oil product and it's this red raspberry seed oil. I use this at night only for my face. This is another way that I signal to my body, don't overproduce oil. I'm gonna give it all the oil it needs. I love the way this smells. It's not heavy, but it's not light. It gives just the right amount of moisture. I'm gonna link this in our Amazon shop below. Go check it out and let us know how you like it. Disclaimer, if you do not wanna hear about feminine items and cycles and menstrual things, then you might wanna skip ahead a minute. The next thing that I do not buy anymore is tampons and pads and anything like feminine related. I'll tell you what I do buy. I'm gonna put a picture right up here. I only bought it once and it will last for years and years to come. I also do sometimes buy panty liners, just a FYI full disclosure, but we're not gonna go into all the details. These are the two things that I do buy, but having this one saves me so much money because I'm not continually buying things. I just reuse this and wash it. Go check it out in our Amazon shop below if you're interested. We also no longer buy cable TV. We simply have our TV hooked up to Netflix, and we had Disney, but we ended up canceling it. So that's all we pay for as far as subscriptions to something that the kids can watch. Benjamin will watch stuff from PBS. And since we do have Amazon Prime, we use the Amazon Prime from the phone to the TV, but we don't pay for cable. So that's at least $50 to $100 a month that we're not spending. We also no longer buy magazines and newspapers. I mean, we have plenty of books. And if there's ever any articles or anything I want to read, I can just read them from my phone. If someone says, oh, you need to pay for it, then usually there's another person online that will post it that you can read it for free. But we just don't feel like magazines and newspaper are an expense that we need. Plus, when I was younger and I was getting a magazine subscription, it just didn't make me feel good about myself. It told me the message that I'm not good enough and that I need to look a certain way and buy this thing to, have this kind of outcome. And I just didn't like that feeling. So I stopped buying them years ago when I was in my early 20s because I just didn't feel like it made me a better person. Next, I want to talk about things that we rarely buy. I mean, there's times when we need these things because that's life and we're not perfect. But we really try to minimize these things and only get what we absolutely need. We really try to minimize the amount of clothing that we bring into the house, especially new clothing. We actually get a lot of hand-me-downs from friends and family or people that give gifts to our kids. And so when they grow out of those clothes, we hand them off to other people because this is about community, right? Let's be real, baby clothes and toddler clothes, they get worn very few times before they outgrow them. So we want to bless other people and be able to pass it on. I also no longer buy purses because, well, one, I already have a lot, and two, I have found that the designer bags are just not worth it. If I do need a purse or some kind of specialty bag now that I don't have one that will do, then usually Ross or Walmart will be just fine. And jewelry, I just don't buy jewelry anymore. I usually find I stay with one necklace, which I don't even take off ever, and earrings that I'll do in and out every night, but I stick with one thing for usually like a year until something else strikes my fancy, and then I wear that constantly until, somebody gives me a gift or whatever. But I find that I keep it simple, and so I just don't buy jewelry. Another thing is cooking sprays. Typically, I just use coconut oil, but there are times when I do use cooking spray, but we rarely buy it. And paper towels. Now, we did stock up on paper towels because of hurricane season and stuff, but we rarely use them. we just use rags. And we throw them in the wash with our rags for the sink when we wash dishes and our cloth napkins. Is there something we missed? Is there something that you don't buy anymore that we didn't talk about? Leave a comment down below because I know we all love learning from each other. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up because it really helps out our channel and helps the YouTube algorithm to know, hey, people like this video, we're gonna promote it. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure you hit the button down below, and to check out more videos we've done, click right below. And thank you to all of our supporters who help make this happen. You guys are the heart of this community and we love doing life with you guys. To learn more about how you can support our channel through Patreon or YouTube channel membership, click the link below. Until we meet again, don't forget, life is better together. See you next time.